What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy Stevie B with this week's haul video. I backed off a little bit. It's not the 30 books that I've been bringing down. So this one might not be a half-hour video. Who knows? Unless I get to jaw jacking like I usually do. But let's just start it off, right? Dive right on in. We'll do the Midtown stuff first because it's the same shit we're all getting, but maybe not. Now, first up, we got Flashpoint Beyond. This Poison Ivy cover by Zermanico, I guess that's how you pronounce that, but kind of a cool cover. I haven't started reading the Flashpoint Beyond stuff yet. But my plans are there to read it. I am, however, reading the Dark Crisis stuff, and I had to go back and get this because I missed this one, and so I backpedaled and went and picked up the Flash number 783 because it was a Dark Crisis tie-in and the search for Barry Allen. So we already know where Barry Allen is, right? He's in that perfect universe that was created for him to keep him happy, so he doesn't know he's in jail. So there you go. But then I picked up a Dark Crisis number 2 with this Juliet NECA. I've never heard of her, but I like that cover. That's pretty decent cover. It's like I said, I hadn't heard of this artist yet. Not to say that she's new, just haven't never heard of him. This one I've heard of, but I'm not sure I'm digging on this story. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm caught up to it. I haven't read part 3 yet, but it's unless it starts to pick up. I mean, I try to give them 5 issues, to give them a chance, but this one's just not really grabbing me. And that's Twig, number 3 with that Peach Momoko cover. Yes, I know, light me up. Isn't you the one that said Peach Momoko sucks? Some things she sucks at. Drawing Batman, Superman, stuff like that, not very good. Drawing cutesy little cartoony characters, one of the best, I will say that. But anyway, not really feeling that, so I don't know. I'm going to try to power through to the first 5 and see if it gets better, but if it doesn't pick up after 5, I'm going to dump it. Next up, this one I am digging. One of my favorite characters. This is Sabretooth number 5 with this crazy cover. I wish I'd have looked it up and been a little more prepared before I got in on this to see, but I'll put it up here because this is interesting. I'm curious, but this cover is just wicked. It's so horrible that it's cool. You know what I mean? You ever get one of those? It's like, man, that is terrible, but it's cool. Excuse me, but anyway, it was actually the best of the covers that I could find, so I picked it. That's the one I went with. But speaking of covers, though, I just want to know how they went from this gorgeous cover on number 1, Poison Ivy, and to this being the best one that I could find. And this is a Christian Ward cover. And it's not bad, but when you compare it, man, it's that number 1 had so many better covers, and I got another one coming that I ordered of number 1, but this one's not bad. It just doesn't hold up, but it's Poison Ivy number 2. I was really hoping that they would knock some really gorgeous covers out of the park on these Poison Ivy books. I haven't read them yet. I know everybody's talking about, cover buys. They are mostly, I'm not going to lie, most of these are Poison Ivy is probably a cover buy more than anything, but I'll wait. I'll see how people react to it, whether it's any good. If you're reading this and you know, let me know, is it any good? If is it worth reading, or just stick with cover buys on this? But anyway, kind of let down on number 2's cover. But next up, this one was just a nasty cover for this one. But this is Carnage number 4. I hadn't started reading this one yet either. I know I'm so far behind, but I'll get into them eventually. But that's a gorgeous cover too. And that's the A cover. And it was the best of the cover options, I think. Well, unless you want to get into $100, $200 for a cover. I'm not paying that for it. And this one I may start on today, because this one sounds good. But this is a little image, The Closet, issue number 2, that old Tiny Onion book. But I'm kind of curious about this because I like the horror genre, so I will give this a read eventually. I will get into these, but we'll see. And next up we got ASM number 5, the Hellfire Gala variant. But this is cool artwork too. But yeah, I've been picking up all the ASMs, the new ASM stuff. I'm not hearing good things about it. I haven't read them, but I haven't heard good things about them yet. And this one I will be reading, because you know I like the Teen Titans, and I like Young Justice and stuff like that. So, but and this is a Stephanie Hahn's cover, and this is a gorgeous cover too. But it's Multiversity Teen Justice number 2. But that's a cool cover. I like that artwork. It's funny as we kept talking about all these female artists are emerging, and actually got into a discussion about some of these female artists. You know, Momoka, Frizen, and some of these newer ones that are popping up in a chat during a Whatnot auction. The girl's name is Sarah. She goes by She Geek 78. If I'm telling you guys, go on Whatnot for Whatnot auctions. I got some stuff I got from her coming up. Got a really good price on them. One of the most engaging people on Whatnot. She's very interactive with the chat, and I really like it. And we actually had a discussion, and we were talking about some of the great female artists that are you know starting to pop up left and right out here, the ones that have been around. But again, follow her on Instagram as well. It's Sarah again, She Geek 78. If you haven't heard of her, that's her name on Instagram. It's also her Whatnot. Go check her out. She's awesome. But anyway, next up, haven't picked one up in a long time, and I feel like I got suckered into this one as well. But it had this Delato cover, man. Anytime Delato puts something out that's just really cool, it's going to be a cover buy. And the fact that it's, you know, has a key element to it, first appearance, I had to get it. But it's Batman number 125. And this is the first appearance of Failsafe, who's been described as Batman's version of Doomsday. And I thought that was Bane, wasn't it? Wasn't Bane a ripoff of Doomsday? Superman had a Doomsday, so they had to make somebody badass for Batman, so they pulled Bane. All right, and next up, I'm going to pimp a bit of a seller out as well. But I saw this book. I didn't even know this existed. I have the number 1 of this. Like the character. Again, one of the Teen Titans, Young Justice characters. You know, I kind of lop them all together. Teen Titans, Young Justice, New Teen Titans. Titans. They're all, you know, to me, it's just, they're all the same thing, just different characters in the mix, you know. So I kind of lump them together when I'm talking about Titans, Teen Titans and stuff. But this is Crush and Lobo #1, and this is the foil variant, that minimalist cover, Lobo and Crush on the front. This is gorgeous. But this isn't the seller who I'm pimping out. But by the way, he was nice enough to throw in an extra copy of the A cover. I think the regular cover, which I already have, but that was still cool of him. But what I wanted to show you was I also picked up some clear backing boards. These are great. I only picked up 5 of them because I wanted to test market this guy out a little bit. But other than, this is the only downside to these clear backing boards. And if you have any suggestions, I tried tucking the flap in, but it didn't really help that much. But I used the invisible tape too, and it was worse. This clear Dollar General tape shows up less than the invisible tape does. But I kind of hate that. So if you have any suggestions on how you can close that without that unsightly tape being there, I guess I don't know how to do it. But anyway, but the clear backing boards are fantastic, and they come in a pack of 5. And of course they have shields, or they have protective coatings over them to keep them from getting scratched up in shipping and stuff. But they're fantastic. The seller ships really, really fast. And I believe I got these 5 of them for like $8, which is pretty cheap when you look online and try to figure out and find and see how much these things are costing elsewhere. $8 for 5 is about as cheap as I can get them. But I'll put a link to his eBay store in the description. But it's Better Service Goods on eBay. Like I said, he ships really quick. I've been, honestly, shipping has been a real problem with eBay, and just about anywhere I go, man. Anything I buy, it seems like it takes forever to get it shipped to me. And sometimes it's the post office, sometimes it's sellers sitting on that shit because they don't feel like getting off their ass to send it, and it drives me nuts. But this guy's a really quick shipper. Again, I'll drop a link to his eBay. If you're looking for some clear backing boards, that's about as cheap as you're going to get them. He also has bigger bundles, 25 and stuff like that, but that's probably about the cheapest place you're going to get them. So I highly recommend that seller if you're looking for those. Good to have some in your back stock, or in stockpiled for you for your wraparound covers. But anyway, enough rambling on about that. Of course, I was, other than, you knew I wasn't going to get through this without some foil, right? Some foil goodness. Well, I picked this one up. Not an expensive book, but loved this cover. Loved more of that foil goodness. Green Goblin, #1. That foil. Gotta love that foil. Love it. Foil is king, I say. King. But beautiful book. And to add to my collection is the 3rd cameo of Doomsday. I'm still chasing. I'm putting together that complete Doomsday run. I'm going from first cameo of Doomsday all the way through Funeral for a Friend to the Reign of Superman stuff. I'm getting it all. I'm going to put that run together. It's going to take some time, but it's not an expensive run to put together. And honestly, the fact that I don't have that run already is kind of weird, because that's a story that got me and a lot of you into collecting, was that Death of Superman. So it's kind of a must-have. The one that started it all, got to have that collection. But anyway, Adventures of Superman number 496, 3rd cameo appearance of Doomsday. So that'll go into my box building, or my run building box. Next up is another one of them Green Lantern specs that I picked up, because now's the time. I've been saying it. Now's the time to start picking these up, because the talk has died down. The buzz has died down about the Green Lantern Corps HBO series. Everybody's calmed the hell down about it, and they've shut up. And that thing is still, we're looking at end of 2023, beginning of 24, before it even hits the market. So now's the time to start picking these up while you can get them for nothing. And this is the first appearance of Simon Baz, that free comic book day, New 52. So that is my little spec book for you. Again, start picking up these little minor Green Lantern keys, because they're going to become major ones. And last but not least, my big book. I always got to finish strong. This one I was excited to get. It's been on my hit list for a long time. I love this cover. And it's an iconic cover. And it's always just been a little cringy for me to spend around the $40 to $50 mark for it. So I always try to hold out for a cheaper deal, because I'm a cheapskate that way. But I threw up a bid on this for $25 and left it when I went to sleep, and I woke up and found out I won. But I won it for $14.50, which is an absolute theft of this book. Absolutely stole this book, and this thing is mint condition. And I don't want to say, it's hard to say that it's about a book that's from 1989 to say mint condition. Now by mint I mean 9.2 plus, but this thing would hit a 9.4, 9.6. I gotta say, not a single spine tick, not a bend, nothing color breaking, crisp corners, beautiful colors. I mean, this is a sharp book. And it is Wolverine number 10, the first appearance of Sabretooth in the Wolverine title. Not the first battle, which is what I had originally thought, but I realized even before I pulled the trigger on the book that it was not the first battle. I just thought it was. But still, it's also the first appearance of Silver Fox. But that is an iconic cover. And I can't even begin to tell you how clean this thing is. From 1989, and this thing hasn't got a blemish on it. I don't ever use 9.8. I never say 9.8, because I have found that anytime I think something is a 9.8, I am sadly mistaken. But I will guarantee that this is definitely a 9.2 to 9.6 and a 9.8 candidate, I would say. Beautiful book. Definitely one I can check off my hit list. I was excited to get that for $14.50. What a steal. I mean, shitty copies of that thing are going for $30, $40. But anyway, that is going to do it for this week's haul. Before you go, if you wouldn't mind, please do all those YouTube things that we really need you to do to help grow the channel. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that bell so you don't miss my new stuff. But that is going to do it for this haul. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
This is a pretty hardcore origin story.
It's okay. We're gonna figure it out.
Were you followed?
No, I don't think so.